Alrighty, brother. Appreciate it. Bye. You're live.
Cool.
Yeah, just got it right now. Look, Air Hockey Live 360. So it's already recording.
Oh, test, test. Can you hear me? I cannot see any comments. So, sorry about that. What we have here is Marcus Quintanilla on the right versus Luis Cervantes on the left. Marcus from San Antonio, Luis from Houston, Texas. There's a little bit of history here. Less than a year ago, Lewis came down to San Antonio and challenged Marcus and beat him in his own garage. Uh, so here's a little vengeance, is what Marcus is planning. It's a best of 7 challenge match for the number 7 rank, I believe, in the world. And we're off. Lewis scores right off of the face-off. Marcus hitting a couple of off goals, trying to set Lewis up. He had that weak wall under. Lewis did not react to it. That's a good sign. Right wall over, right wall under, flies off the table there. Now Lewis is a very slow, methodical player. He likes to set up his offense. As you can see from his drift, he's very slow. He started with an off goal and then a cross. He just likes to pick his opponent apart. That's fairly new. I don't think I've ever seen Lewis do a quick pot shot like that before. That's added bonus to his game there. The cut off of the same setup. Excellent execution by Lewis. Mark's got a little lucky there. Well, I don't recommend a quick hand serve like that, but every player is their own player. That's twice the right wall under has gone off the table for Marcus. Might want to take some off. It's a good transition. Lewis with 2 cuts off of the same setup. That puck almost flew off the table again. Marcus with a cut. So they're cutting each other up. Oh, left wall over, loses possession. Marcus with a right wall over. That's 3 cuts for Lewis. Marcus needs to recognize that. I'm sure he does. Another lucky roll in for Marcus. Oh, forehand. Another cut. That's 6-4, I believe. Right, well under. First one that stayed on. How about that? Marcus is definitely going to need that to open up his cut against Lewis. If it doesn't stay on the table, Marcus will have to adjust his attack. Oh, and there goes a lucky roll in for Lewis. Returns the favor. Marcus got 2, Lewis got 1. Lewis leads, set 1, game 1. 1 game to 0. Oh, I can see the comments now. Hello, Allison D and Is that Eliza Martinez? Let's see if Lewis continues to use that cut as his primary source of offense. Marcus Wrightwell flies off the table. That slow setup by Lewis. Marcus takes advantage of a missed over. Another missed over. Right while under. It was very slow. And it stayed on the table. Also, Lewis's right wall also stayed on. Oh, Lewis did not move. Did not move again. Alright, there you go. That's 3 right wall over Lewis's attempted that have all turned over. That's the second time Marcus has taken a one-shot attempt after the over possession and lost possession. Nice right wall over. Lewis tries a cut, and a cross rather, and then a cut, and a right wall over. And the right wall under barely stayed on the table. It came up. Now Marcus with the right wall over. They just seem to be feeling each other out right now. This is the beginning stages of how a challenge match usually works. Marcus with a little nerves there. Let himself score on himself. It usually doesn't get interesting until maybe a set or two into the match. After both players have calmed down and the offense gets into a groove. There you go, Marcus again with a very uncommon mistake there. The game count is 0 to 1. Lewis won game 1, Pete. Oh, I guess I should put that on here, huh? Marcus keeps making the puck fly off the table. Too much jalapeno sauce on that. Off goal, setting up that cut more than likely. With the right wall under there, nice and slow. Then the over. Another under. Marcus chased it down and cut him. So that's the problem with playing a consistently slow game, is that somebody that recognizes when a shot is chaseable, they usually try to chase it down, and sometimes they'll catch it, and that can be dangerous. Those extra possessions add up. All right, Marcus with a nice setup off goal there. Got Lewis to move that time. Recognized it and then hit him with a cut right after. If you guys didn't watch, Jacob Munoz and Doug Howard played earlier. 16 games to 10. Doug took it 4 sets to 0. That was fun. Good job, Doug. So here we are, tied 1-1 in set 1. Both players still trying to get a feel for each other, even though they've played each other before. You know, it's still what has this player learned? What are they going to come with? And get a feel for what they prefer to shoot, stuff like that. here's Lewis with a slow setup. See if he can pick Marcus apart. That's what he's trying to do. One possession at a time. It's quick, fast, right while under. After that slow, methodical drift. Very smart. Well, Marcus says, I can do it too. Off goal, nice and slow. To a right while under. Kind of mirroring each other. There's that transition off that slow. I didn't see what happened. I guess Marcus, the puck flew off the table and came back on. So Lewis gets possession. Lewis tries a right wall over, nice and slow. Marcus stopped it and cut. Left wall over, miss. Cross off goal. Quick pot shot under. Slow setup. Fast cut. Oh, nice setup cross. Off speed. Oh, see, that's a mistake right there. You cannot make mistakes like that. Those will cost you dearly in the end. Beautiful cross. Made up for that mistake. Good defense there. Blocked the puck, making it fly off. Lewis's possession. There's another over. Another over. Cross. I think the commentary was echoing because the door was open and there's a fan outside, so I closed the door. Well, Marcus goes with a weak wall. He doesn't usually do that. He does have a pretty strong weak wall. I told him he needs to utilize all of his attacks because Lewis is... doesn't really get affected easily. As you can see, sometimes Lewis doesn't even move. And I don't think Lewis is really a guessing type of player when it comes to defense. I think he sees that Marcus is shooting us straight, and he's just not. He's just playing proper defense. Oh, that was a nice tricky shot. It's a cut, 4-4. Oof. Another cut. Almost had the over. Weak wall under. There it is. Scores 5-5. One game apiece, set one here. Marcus Quintanilla on the right, Luis Cervantes on the left. Oh, off speed, left wall over. It's a beautiful shot. Very difficult to execute because just a hair degree off and that thing's going to hit center and it'll be blocked or it'll go over and it'll turn over. It's a timeout at 6-6. Marcus hit him with a very fast right wall over. Oh, Lewis missed an under. Marcus transition, chased. Got him with the right wall under. It looked like it fluttered up. He got lucky is what it looked like. That puck wanted to fly off the table. So, 2-1. Marcus, set one. And in this, these two players' last challenge match, it was either 6 or 7 sets. Marcus started cramping up. He forgot to take his Midol in the 4th set, and it was an issue. And Lewis took advantage of that. It was pretty brutal. I mean, Doug was having to massage his wrist and his tricep, and he actually even played left-handed a few points to give his right hand some rest. So he's looking for some redemption here. And you don't get it by giving up that shot over and over again. It's another cut by Lewis. It's a tricky cut because he kind of releases it just a hair right of center. So it really, that's a beautiful over. It really makes the defense stay honest for that right wall under, leaving that lane open for that cut. And Lewis has shot it. He's very accurate with it. Obviously, he's hit it like 4 or 5 times already. And it's going to continue to be there, I think, because Marcus doesn't want to give up the under. I think he feels comfortable with the amount of space he's giving Lewis to get that cut in. And Lewis is just hitting a really good shot. There goes that right wall under again, flying off the table. It's putting too much juice on it. Good defense. Lewis didn't budge. And again. Oh, third time's a charm. Transition. Oh, nice slow off speed. That's an under the state on. Ooh, Lewis with a hand serve. Tricky. Oh, Marcus lost possession. Shooting an off goal, no less. Lewis takes advantage with a cross. Scores 5-4 Lewis. And Marcus transitions again. Holds on to it. Hits him with the right wall under. It's 5-5. Lewis with that cross cut. And then a right wall over. Oh, Marcus tries a right wall over. And finishes it with a cross. 6-6. This is a huge point. 3-1 is being up 3-1 is astronomically different than being tied 2-2. Mentally, momentum-wise, I mean, it's just the edge you gain being up 3-1. You just play more comfortable. Let's see what happens. Oh, Lewis trying a nice tricky. Oh, good defense, Marcus. See if Marcus can capitalize here. Off goal. Trying to set him up for that cut. No, probably. Oh, and Marcus makes a huge mistake. That is not good. 2-2. Tied up. Set 1. Oh, he's going to hear about that later. Near Rice University, Christopher Lopez. We are in the Rice Village area in a house made for air hockey. I see we have Don Bearden, Alex Ortiz, Paul DeLeon. Who else is in here? Mike Shoppy. All right, game 5. Said it in the last match, I'll say it in this match. Winner of game 5 usually goes on to win the set, and I'll stick to it. You notice that Lewis's off goal there got a lot faster than it had been because Marcus keeps chasing him down, and you know that you don't want to lose possession on an off goal because your opponent chases down your off goal. So good adjustment by Lewis there, speeding up those off goals to make Marcus stay put. I don't know the address here, Christopher Lopez. I am not Pete. I'm just some guy who lives under the house, and I come into this room. When I see air hockey on the TV, on the computer screen, I just talk into the monitor, and then people respond on this Facebook thing. You have to text Pete for the address, or Phil, the man sitting there reffing with his mallet between his legs because he's got nowhere else to put it apparently. What's the score? 3-2? Is that what I'm seeing? Good defense. Good chase. Three. Marcus with the weak wall under. Lewis tries a right wall over. And you know, Lewis does have a little combo that he does out of that right wall over when it misses like that. On the way back, as the player's out of position from trying to chase that right wall over, he likes to do a quick 1-2 off of the rebound of that over, catching the player completely off guard. It's really, really good setup. That's the second hand serve that Lewis has done that has worked like that against Marcus. Scores 5-5. Oh, the address is 2427 Robin Hood, Chris. As you can see. Oh, good cut. 6-5 Lewis. Good trap. Right wall flies off the table again. Six. It's a huge point. Lewis with a cut. Wins game 5. All right, let's see if Marcus can respond and force a game 7. 2 best words in sports. Game 7. This is game 6. Set 1, Lewis leads 3-2. Notice Marcus' offense when he gets the puck. He slowed it down now because he did on the last possession. That time he sped it up, but I think it's because he wants to. He realizes he needs to take his time with Lewis because Lewis is very dangerous. Right wall over. Nice too. It's close to the wall. Not an easy shot to execute. 2-2. There goes Lewis with his hand serve. That could very well come back and bite him. Did there. 3-3. Oh, look at that trap. No. That brings a certain level of confidence when you can do that to a player and you just trap their off goal like that. That was incredible. Reflexes, top notch to be able to do something like that. I mean, granted, it was kind of a slow shot, but still to be on edge enough to be aware to catch it in that little amount of time that he had to do that is incredible. I believe Phil said 5-4 Marcus. Game point 4. Looks like we may go 7, but you never know until the score is actually 7 to something. Hello, Albert Ortiz and Mr. Mike Cummings have joined us. We are in set 1, game 6. Lewis leads 3 games to 2. And it is 6-4, 7-4, 3-3. We're going to 7 games. So far, it's been a pretty interesting match. They both seem to be finding out what each other likes to shoot, what their defense habits are, and this next game is going to be very interesting because now you'll see a culmination of this last 6 games and see what each of them use against each other, what each of them has taught the other, how to score on the other player, how to play the other player. This will be a good one. Set 1, still 0-0 in game 7. Hello, Goran. Why Doug Howard would join, I don't know. Maybe it's autumn, because Doug is right there. Right wall over, under, flies off the table yet again. That's like the 5th or 6th one that's flown off on both sides of the table. Oh, look at that. Hate to see those go in. Marcus off goal cut side, off goal cross, off goal cross. Finish it with an on goal cut that scores. Beautiful setup. Lewis, same thing, off goal cross to a cut. Straight to the point now, these two are just cutting each other up. Oh, look at the transition. I believe the score is 4-2 Lewis in game 7, set 1. Right wall under, flies off the table again. Right wall under, Lewis just stays on. 5-2. That one did come up off the table, but it still went in. Got lucky. Cut 6-3. Set point 3. Lewis. Right wall over. And a. Oh, it was kind of an off-speed power straight that went cut side. Excellent, excellent set. Lewis wins set 1, 4-3. And I believe they're going to take their 10 minutes or whatever because Marcus is kind of old. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Good job, dude. Good stuff. Excellent adjustments. All right, folks, I believe we're getting ready for set 2. Lewis won set 1, 4-3. I was good. Lewis, primary offense was the cut. Marcus was a little bit of cut, a little bit of cross. Lewis had the advantage where his unders would stay on the table and Marcus's would not. So I just talked to Marcus for a little while, calmed him down a little bit, told him to take just a hair off of those unders and keep them on the table. And Marcus starts off good with a cut. Right wall over. Lewis. I don't know if the table turned off or if Marcus called a timeout. Yeah, it was just a moment. Left wall over, Marcus. Right wall over again, Lewis. Cut. I mean, it's like there's a hole in their mallets. Or another right wall over. Another right wall over. Oh, he tried a right wall over. Almost went. And another right wall over. Cut. Lewis. Oh, beautiful cross. Nice quick setup drift. It's completely different from the rest of his setups. That's what got Lewis to move. I believe that was an under. I think it's 5-5 now. Good defense, good transition. Chase down, another cut. 0.5, Lewis. Right wall over. Either way, timeout, Marcus. I see we have Danny Hines, Kevlin, Lunos, Q. Hello, welcome to the arena. Marcus seems to be dictating the pace there. Oh, and he finishes game 1 with a cut. That was a questionable call. I would have called it over because I would have liked to have seen Marcus try to stop Lewis one more time. But you know what? That's all right. Marcus got the friendly call there. And won game 1, set 2. After losing set 1, 4-3 in a nail-biter. Yeah, Mike Cummings defense. Yeah, there's if you look look at your mallet. If you turn it upside down and look underneath, there's a hole there. I think that's what happened here. These two just have giant holes in their mallets, and that was about a 55-second game. Well, that was an interesting way to start set 2. We'll see who can get into a defensive stride first, because both players' offenses are clicking. And usually it's that 1 or 2 extra possessions from a defensive stop that make up the difference when players of this caliber are playing.
Yeah, this is exactly what I just got to talking about.
Right. Doug Howard, my practice partner here.
Hey,
what's up, man?
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. I said, when you just have really good high power offense, and that very like that last game was, the only thing that really separated them was the timeout, threw off his pace, and then he picked up his defense and got better, and which allowed him to get the next 2 points for the win.
It was like a 55-second game. It was
super fast. It was just really good offense.
Yeah. Hey, Phil.
So
you can announce it. Recreation sports
Recreation sports
for the next for the rest of this year. Anyone that comes into Houston to play, there will be a cash prize for the winner.
Oh,
To be determined depending on how high
number
they
of
are.
players, right?
Yeah, the
Well,
ranking,
no,
the
the
rank
world
too.
ranking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like number one comes, I'll put up more money.
Oh,
But you know,
Yeah.
but anybody that wants to come into Houston that doesn't live here
oh.
Yeah.
to
Are you-
accept a challenge or to do a challenge.
Are you
up or down.
winking at me there, Phil? I mean, let's talk some numbers, baby. Wait, no, don't leave. Where are you going? Do you want a match, Phil? We can play
Pretty
after.
high up.
We can play after this.
It doesn't have to be against me.
Well,
either, you know.
anybody.
I might play a game, Matt.
We better have the paramedics on hand if Phil plays me.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so what? Yeah, that was game one, set two. Marcus leads set two, 1-0.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if anybody can pick up their defense here.
Yeah.
Lewis off goal, cross to an on goal cut. Marcus transitions, good.
Set up Marcus.
Oh,
Oh,
tries
straight-
a quick, yeah.
Yeah, straight for the
Good
kill. That's
cross.
what I was telling him. Play your thing.
Good defense.
There you
Both
go.
players so far.
There you go.
There's a cut.
So he set it up and played it a little longer, and that allowed him for the
Right.
easier shot
No,
instead of
he's-
just going straight for the kill.
right.
So-
There it goes.
So he
Left
set it
all
up
over,
again,
yeah.
and then he went over. That's really great.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
off the table.
Marcus's puck. Yeah. Oh, that was a
Yeah.
uncommon error there from Marcus.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Usually he.
the off goals. He
Right.
did that way too hard.
Yeah. Oh,
Good-
almost had
good
him on the
defense.
cross. Yeah, it was good defense.
Yeah. There you go. He got him with the cross.
Returns the favor.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Lewis. That's the third or fourth time he's done that serve,
Yeah.
and it served him well the first two times. Ever since
Yeah.
then, he hasn't been able
Yeah.
to hit it.
Everything's a little off.
Right. So. Yeah, Marcus recognized that Lewis didn't move there, so he went for the bank and just mishit it.
Yeah.
It was a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
He tried to do it again.
Yeah, but he went over. He should have went under.
Right. Oh, looks like one of those games, folks. Happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Where things just don't go your way. I believe is it 5-0 or 4-0?
I think it's 5.
Ooh, Marcus wanted it. Chased it down.
Oh.
Is it 5-1? Is that, I can't see.
Oh,
Phil's-
I think he has his pinky tucked,
So
so it's
4-4.
1-4.
Okay. Oh, good over. Uh-oh, transition. There's
Yeah.
life.
He just set it up.
An off-goal cross, off-goal cut to a
And-
weak wall over.
Yeah.
Very good setup.
Yep.
Cut. 4-5. Oh,
6.
to a hand serve
Timeout.
cut. Timeout. Marcus. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Lewis.
Yep.
Lewis came back. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still not a done deal here. This game too. Oof.
Good D. Oh,
Good transition.
good.
Yep. Smart.
Oh, T-Rex.
Instead of
Yeah.
continuing play there, he pulled it back to set up his shot. And this is his third attempt now after making that.
Yeah. Off goal. And then. Ooh. I think his kill shot will.
Another cut.
6-5.
All right, 7-5 Marcus. Game 2, set 2. Hello, Roman Gorokov. Welcome to the arena. You're watching Marcus Quintanilla from San Antonio versus Luis Cervantes from Houston. Set 1 was 4-3. Luis, it was a nail biter, it was a good set, and Marcus has responded by coming out 2-0 here in set 2. All right. No rest for either player. They're ready to go. Game 3. Marcus starts off with a beautiful setup into a cross. Lewis, fast, right while under. Can't believe that stayed on the table. Marcus with a slower right while under.
That actually headed over.
Did it go over?
Yeah, yeah. Headed to the far side of the goal. See, he's blocking. Yeah, see it. He needs to hit under, and he's
Right.
there. It is finally. Yes, but he had a good block.
Uh, Lewis is in a rhythm right now. See if Marcus had to call a timeout, and I just walked away for a second.
Yeah, you got 10 seconds to pull it out of the goal,
That was a fast under.
and then you got
it's-
7 seconds to make the puck cross the line. So
Stayed
really
on.
17 seconds if you play it smart.
Right. Both unders, 3 unders, and have stayed on. Now, hopefully the table keeps them on.
Looks like 3 apiece. Not in hands.
That one went out. That one flew off. Yeah, it's been an issue so far. Those
Yeah.
those unders aren't consistently staying on.
Yeah.
So that drastically changes.
Last game it was, everything was staying on.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I do like Marcus's cross there. He's shot 2 really good ones that have
Yeah.
scored. Now Lewis is going back to that cross cut. Seems to work for him in
Yeah.
the first set really well.
Good block. Marcus' puck. Let's see if he sets it up. Good, good. And then 2 off goals.
There's that under flying off the table again.
Yeah.
Oh, good chase. Mm.
Man, he's
Beautiful over, yeah.
Yeah,
From
he's
center.
He's hitting those overs.
Yeah.
No timeout right here.
I think the table turned off. Over. Is that 4-5, I think,
Yep.
Lewis? Oh, third cross. Oh, he stopped that cross cut finally. Jeez.
Good, good defense.
Yeah.
I think it's 5s.
5-5, yeah. Oh, good transition. Marcus setting up with the off goals there. And he goes to right while over. Got lucky that Lewis didn't transition that. He's been
Yeah.
transitioning that so far. Oh, off speed. Got him. Lewis wins game 3 in set number 2. So Phil has offered for any higher ranked players to come and challenge or accept challenges here in the Houston, and he will pay a prize for the winner or something like that. I don't know. He was in here earlier talking about it. So if any of you ranked players out there want to accept a challenge match from a Houstonian, there is a cash prize involved. Beautiful cross. There's that cut cross. It's been working very well for Lewis. Oh, Marcus. That error. Those unforced errors are killers. Oh, and another one. Lewis with an off-speed left wall over. Beautiful out of that drift. I don't know what the score is. Phil seems to not know what the score is either. I guess it's 6 to either 3, 4, or 5. 5-6. Lewis. Oh, it hits him with the over. Left wall over again. So we're tied up 2 games apiece here in set number 2. Ugh. All right, game 5 underway. Lewis with the right wall over. Yes, Kevlin, this is a very key game. Absolutely. Game 5s usually are a deciding factor. Lewis with 2 right wall overs. Sneaky. And just stopping Marcus's straight shots dead. Marcus doing what he's supposed to, coming with a right wall under. Oh, Lewis transitions. Quick. Even though his attack is normally slow. There's a beautiful cross from Marcus. I don't know what the score is. Phil's hiding his fingers. You see those 2 score-ins by Marcus in the last game? We scored himself twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, huge. Huge.
That's
You
huge.
can't do that.
Can't make those mistakes.
No.
It's just funny. When he's going to go back and watch this, he's gonna be like, oh my gosh. He's hitting so many. Oh, beautiful.
What's
left,
that?
Left wall.
Was it left wall under?
Yeah, left wall under.
Oh, it's fast.
Yeah. See, just over. He's not even trying to block the under right now.
Is that 5-5?
5-4. Looks like. Point 4. Point 5.
Oh, get out of there. So what Marcus is doing is just waiting for time to expire so he can just give possession to Lewis so the point doesn't have to happen.
Yeah, he just loses possession.
He just loses possession and Lewis has to score again. Keith Fletcher has joined. Hello, Keith. How is Colorado? Welcome to Lewis versus Marcus, Part 2.
There it is.
Oh,
Be patient.
ooh, with the cut. All right, Lewis wins Game 5.
Good.
It's now 3 games to 2 in set 2.
That was a good setup by Lewis.
It was a good
Yeah.
setup. He shot like 3 or 4 off goals.
Yeah, on both sides.
All right, yeah.
And then cut straight.
Yep. Lewis seems to be more relaxed, I guess. I don't know. Marcus is relaxed too. Marcus doesn't seem like he's tense.
Not anymore.
I don't know.
He's going to show him how to pop it out.
And that, folks, is how you pull out an air hockey puck. It's all about timing.
Yeah. So you don't want it to go in, so you just gotta wait and then just pull it out. If not, you gotta wait 7 seconds and then pass it over. Which what Marcus did.
All right, Game 6 is about to begin. Lewis leads this challenge match 1-0 and is up 3 games to 2 in set 2. It's a best of 7, so the first to win 4 games wins a set, and the best to win 4 sets out of 7 wins the match. This match is in Houston, Texas, Keith, at the Robin Hood House in Rice Village. Lewis makes a mistake. Let's see if Marcus can capitalize on it.
Marcus is picking up his pace a little bit.
Right wall under, flies off the table. I didn't even see if that was a cut or a cross. Jeez, it's fast.
Okay, he finally got an under.
And a cut. I believe it's 1-1. Another cut.
2-1.
2-1. Good defense. There's that under flying off the table again. Unforced error by Lewis. Marcus seems
Off
to
goal.
Yeah. Ooh, cross. After, what, scoring 2 cuts?
Yep.
Went cross. Smart. There's that cut. Right wall under, flying off the table.
so unlike his shot, it usually always stays on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was staying on when he was playing, practicing against me.
yeah.
Mm. Put too much on that pullback.
Set it up, Marcus. There you go.
Yeah, so many errors that Marcus doesn't normally make.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Just doesn't seem like he's playing like himself right now.
Yeah. There's something what he's doing different with his right wall under that's making it fly off.
Right. Yeah, that one didn't fly off.
Yeah, that was good. So Lewis is doing this diamond drip with both hands on the mallet and trying to be deceptive by switching hands, and which is legal. You can't do that.
Ooh, sneaky. Either way, this is a huge point.
Good
This-
timeout.
This forces a game 7 or is 2 sets to Lewis. This point right here.
Yeah. Here's a timeout. That was good. Good defense. Oh,
Mm.
one and done.
Yeah.
One and done.
Mm.
There you go. Set it up.
Off
That's
goal,
better.
right?
Good.
Oh, went for the weak
That
ball
was-
over.
yeah, that was good, actually.
Yeah.
He just barely missed it.
Oh.
Oh, a push there. He's a good defensive block. And,
Ooh,
good-
Lewis
good
wins. 4 games to 2 in set 2.
Good job, Lewis.
Yeah, very good job. Well played. 2 sets to 0 now. Go to Lewis. And I'm sure they'll take their 10-minute break.
7.
7-minute break. Whatever.
Yeah, that rule changed here, like in Colorado. So
Yeah, that puck control, Roman, is not a lot of people do it. Lewis does it because he can shoot lefty and righty. So it's different. Gives throws people off sometimes. I'm gonna go talk to Marcus. So if you want to talk, if you want to just commercial them, you can commercial them.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just want to talk to him.
Good job, Lewis.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
13 games that we've played, 7 have been 7-6.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. So a little over half of your games are 7-6.
already.
Yeah.
I didn't see who took the most, but before we started, when you got me the 2 games this set, we were 2 apiece on
Yeah.
7-6. So that was only 4 that we so after those 2 games that you got me in this set, you had 2 more 7-6s.
Yeah. It's crazy because when I was playing my match before, the right walls were staying under or staying on, and now it seems like there's a lot of pop offs with the right walls.
I don't know who Roman is.
He's a Russian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fletcher wanted to know
Moscow Brothers out there.
Keith Fletcher wanted to know where the match was happening.
Yeah, we told it's at Robin Hood.
Oh, you told him?
Yeah, we announced it. Robin Hood in Houston, Texas.
Good painting on your daughter.
Oh,
Good
thank
painting.
you. Yeah.
I showed my wife, and when she saw it, she's like, "That's a good picture." And I'm like, "It's not a picture, it's a painting." She's like, So I showed her the video that you have recorded.
Oh yeah,
when she was just starting, when she was working on it.
Yeah.
She's like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
So my wife wanted to know if her daughter would be up for it. If she would make like a mural about that big of a Cowboys, just something out of her mind, just like freestyle.
Do some kind of a
Like
western
star or something.
western theme.
Yeah, I don't matter. Yeah, something out of it. Just I want her to just. I don't even want to give her details. Just something that she will go off on, like Dallas Cowboys or something. Just.
Oh, Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
okay.
team.
Okay. You said Cowboys, and I was
Yeah,
like, I'm thinking western.
No,
theme?
it's about that.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
Okay, so Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, just something a big. I just want something just a big star, but throw anything else she wants into it,
Okay.
just to make it.
I'll mention it to her. Yeah.
See what she says, and
Yeah.
she will pay for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
When she saw that, she's like, "That's badass."
Yeah. And that's her second pastel painting she's ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah. And last year she did a self portrait, and that went to nationals in New York, and also in other competitions went to state. She medaled at state, stuff like that. Double medaled actually. So she's doing really good. Now that piece will go in for her portfolio for. We're trying to get into MISA, which
Okay.
is like the fine arts magnet
Yeah.
program there in San Antonio. And so, but you have to have really good portfolio and show that you're.
Dedicated.
Yeah. And so, I think she'll do it. Really, I think she'll do it. She had.
And she sticks with it. I mean, she has the talent for it.
Oh yeah, she sure does. And she's such a quick learner. So I show her stuff, and then and she just picks it up really fast. So that's.
Not bad for what, 14-year-old?
She turned 14 yesterday. Yeah.
I thought you mentioned it on Facebook.
Yeah. She turned 14 yesterday. So technically, she did that when she was 13, and then she did her self-portrait when she was 12. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
So how was your match with Jacob? I had you favored, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
think you were.
16 games to 10. I beat Jacob, and then I did a lot of comebacks actually, surprisingly, where he had me down like 6-3, 6-4, and I come back and beat him 7-6. We had, I forget how many, 8, 7, 6 games, and he won 1.
So you dominated on that.
Yeah. So, but he's a great player, and has some. He had a few mistakes. If he goes back and actually watches the video, he'll learn. He'll learn from his mistakes off of that.
Hey, what are you doing to my boy, man?
So
Cut
failures.
it out, man.
Same thing I was doing to my garage last year.
Woo! Yeah, you are.
Only difference is hopefully he doesn't come back on my ass.
Yeah.
You might.
He might. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I recognize what he's doing wrong, and I told him. So we'll see if he can execute.
Yeah.
Well, shit, he needs to stop scoring on himself.
That's what I told him.
Since the very 1st game.
I'm like, and he's like questioning himself. I'm like, dude, no. I'm like, dude, you don't need an engine replacement. All you have is a flat tire, dude. Fix the flat tire, and you'll be fine.
I got an engine problem, damn it. My truck's down.
I'm like, dude, you're way overthinking this. He's like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, dude, you're scoring yourself like 3 times, and you turn it over on these stupid mistakes. Just stop the mistakes, and then now
It'll be a different game.
you'll be it'll be interesting.
Yep. Definitely will.
See, the reason why I went to the two hand because I was like,
Oh yeah,
shit.
you got some people commenting on
Yeah.
that.
I went on the two hand. I'm like, you know what? I got a good lead. I just want to throw him off to be like, oh shit, now his left hand's in play.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart, yeah.
So that's what I did. Even though I was like, even if I don't score on it, but
Right,
he's
right.
gonna second guess
Yeah.
himself. That's the reason I was like, I had it on there, but I wasn't touching the mallet. I was actually on my finger, and I actually followed through for the right wall under and finished it.
Oh yeah, you're under just staying on where his.
Hit or not,
Yeah, that's
it's the way he's hitting it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Good luck.
Yep.
All right, set number 3 is about to begin here in just a moment. And so what I told Marcus outside was he just needs to stop the unforced errors. If he does that, it's probably one set apiece. He's trying to second guess himself and what needs to change and how was my offense working or defensively, how did it look. I told him everything's fine. You're not doing anything wrong other than making 2 or 3 unforced errors at a critical moment that are costing you a game 5, for example, or whatever, and that's it. So hopefully he'll take that message and really focus on playing solid air hockey. That's my mentality, my perspective when I play a game at any level, unless I'm playing, at some birthday party or something. When I'm playing competitively, I'm telling myself every possession, try to play this one possession perfect. Try to make the most deceptive or strongest or powerful, accurate shot that I can make. Try to throw the defender off by being deceptive. This one possession, just do it once. And then if I score, good. If I don't, well, you know what? I'm going to try again. Maybe I did something wrong or I just didn't sell it enough or whatever. But I just forget about it. Don't even worry about it. There, it's done. My opponent has the puck. Now let me try to play a perfect defensive possession. Just one. Let me play defense perfect, just this one possession. And nothing else matters. I mean, yeah, of course, I have a subconscious rolling about what shots I took, what shots they took, what's working, what's not working. That's just automatic muscle memory. But in the moment, what I'm focusing on is trying to play one perfect offensive possession. And then, however that turns out, then I try to play one perfect defensive possession. And then I just reset my brain and try to do it again. And that's it. It really is as simple as that. It's simplifying the game down to its simplest form and just trying to execute one perfect offensive possession and then one perfect defensive possession. And let's see who wins. If I'm playing that way, let me see if I can beat the person on the other side of the table. We are in Houston, Texas for a challenge match between Marcus Quintanilla, who you see on your screen there on the right with the stripes and the beard, and Luis versus Luis Cervantes. Marcus is from San Antonio, Texas. Luis Cervantes is from here, Houston, Texas. This is their second challenge match. That is not Luis, that is Doug. Luis will be up there shortly. And Luis is leading this challenge match 2-0. The First set went 7 games. Second set went, I want to say 6 games. But yeah, set 3 should be starting here in a minute. I'll be right back.
Getting pretty exciting now.
That is.
If those are close. All those games are close. I ordered some pizza if you get hungry later.
everybody, we're back. Looks like it's 3-2, set 3. Lewis is leading 2-0 over Marcus out of San Antonio. Lewis is from here, Houston. Hello, Melanie, Hunter Baldwin, and Matt Air Hockey Casey. Thank you for joining us. We are here in lovely, beautiful, humid, recently soggy Houston, Texas. It's miserable. I'm sitting in the AC and I'm sweating. That's how humid it is here. Five to 3 is what it looks like. That right wall under of Marcus's sure does fly off the table a lot. Smart, Marcus. He had an opportunity to continue the puck movement, but he decided to stop it and set up a shot, and he scored. And he did it again with just a simple setup for that weak wall under. 2 in a row now. And that weak wall under, when Lewis decides to shrink his triangle defense, it will open up Marcus's cross, which is what Marcus wants him to do. And Lewis is resistant. A lot of people say it's better to give up the banks because there's a higher level of difficulty to make an accurate bank shot than a straight shot. So Marcus wins game 1, set 3. We're now sitting at 1-0. Lewis is up 2 sets to none. Well, it looks like they've opted to not take their 1-minute break. They're just going to continue right into game 2. Marcus starts with a beautiful cut. Lewis is giving him that unorthodox puck control with 2 hands, and there it benefited him. He went with the left hand, which is his offhand. Marcus seems to have found that left wall under. He scored 3 now in the last maybe 4 or 5 possessions that he's had the puck. Going back to the last game. Lewis again with the left hand out of that unorthodox puck control grip, using both hands. It's very deceptive because you don't know if he's going to come off with his left or his right hand. Beautiful cross from Marcus. See if Lewis, okay, went to the right hand that time. There's that right wall under, flying off the table again. Beautiful transition. He almost lost it there. One and done. And another under flying off the table. It's good defense. Beautiful over. Pretty sure it was an over. It was slow enough to be an over. Off speed, right up the gut. Marcus moved right out of the way for that one. Loss of mallet means possession goes to your opponent, and Marcus took advantage of that. Lewis responds with a beautiful left wall over, off speed. As you can see, Marcus did not make very many mistakes in that game, as in the first game as well. And he's now up 2-0. Those mistakes are huge that he was making in the first 2 sets, and that's why he's down 2 sets. Hopefully he continues to play at this level of just the same, just limiting his unforced errors. And it'll be a much more interesting match if he can do that. Is it 3 up?
3, sir.
Oh, I have it up 2. Oh, my bad. I'm not paying attention. My mistake. He is up 3-0. Marcus is. I don't know where that other game went. I must have been not paying attention. Nice right wall under, nice and fast, and it stayed on the table. Sometimes the table can change in the middle of a match with the puck or whatever. There it is, another right wall under, nice and fast, stayed on the table. This will be a quick match if those unders stay on, because they'll both score at a much faster rate now if those open up. Almost a mistake by Marcus. He was able to chase it down and continue his possession. Marcus is trying a different drift setup. He's doing the full contact puck to mallet through the drift. It's an interesting attack, very similar to Vadim from Russia. It's a beautiful setup for a cross for Lewis there. Marcus tried to return the favor. Good chase. It's 3-2 Lewis. Good chase. Forced that error. Good cut. Marcus capitalizes. Let's see from this point on of the game. I believe it's 4-3. who makes an unforced error and how it affects the outcome. Because usually that's all it is. It's just one or two unforced errors that make or break a game, even a match. Good setup. Lewis did not move. He was expecting a straight shot. And again, another good weak wall under by Marcus. And those aren't flying off the table because of where Marcus is shooting it in relation to the wall. And there's another one. It's because he's much closer to the wall. The puck has less travel distance, and the angle is more obtuse than the strong wall angle, and that's why it's not flying off. There's a mistake by Lewis. And it cost him. Game's over. 4-0. Marcus responds resiliently after losing the first two sets. So it looks like we're not going to get home till after 10 o'clock. That's my primary concern, because I would like to sleep in my own bed tonight in San Antonio. But, you know, I was almost going to tell Marcus to just throw the match so we can go home. But, you know, I can't do that. He wouldn't do that. So, now, 10-minute break. Lewis from Houston is still up 2-1 over Marcus Quintanilla from San Antonio, Texas, and we will be right back.
like Marcos has got new life.
Yes, Marcus does have new life because he limited his mistakes. That was really the only thing that I was noticing from his game that needed some focusing. And here's set
4-0.
set 4. Here we go. So we're underway. Marcus Quintanilla from San Antonio on the left with the stripes. Opens with the cross against Luis Cervantes from Houston, Texas. Luis is up 2-1. The first 2 sets were pretty competitive. I want to say it was 7 games the first set and then 6 games the second set. And then Marcus responded with a 4-0 in the third set. So we'll see if he can continue that or if Luis responds. 2 extremely deceptive crosses. If you notice, Marcus is hitting it with the extreme back of his mallet. And now he goes with the cut. So that's 3 straight shots for Marcus. Oh, and a nice transition forehand from Luis there.
When did you, as a player, first incorporate hitting it off the back of further back on the mallet? About what year did you start doing that in your career?
When I started hitting with the back of the mallet was after I started watching video, and I noticed how Danny hits his cross. It's an extremely odd-looking release, and I said, "Wow, how is he hitting it like that?"
I remember how that looked.
Yeah, it's extremely deceptive if you ever get to see it firsthand.
I never quite figured it out. I didn't study it to figure it out back in the day. So how did you crack to know what he was doing? How did you figure it out?
I just watched it over and over again, and then I was just testing it out on the table. And eventually I was able to understand it. Especially I understood it most after I got to see it against me. When I had to defend against it and I saw what it did to my defense, it was it's pretty incredible to see it in action. So I said, I want to learn how to shoot my cross like that. There's
what
multiple.
does he do? I mean, I know it looks funny, but what is he doing when he does that?
It's just the way his arm comes out and the way he shows you the back of the mallet, and then it's just a quick snap of the wrist, and it's deadly. I mean, it's super deadly. Justin Flores, very similar with his cross. That is Justin Flores' bread and butter. He comes out with a mean cross, and if you don't adjust to it by the second game,
Phil, your pizza's here.
Let me get that pizza.
Right on time.
oh, there's Justin Flores now. Look at that. Speak of the devil. I was just talking about you, Justin, about how your cross is your bread and butter. Phil was asking me when did I start incorporating the back of the mallet into my cross, and I told him it was from Danny Hines, watching Danny Hines, and then especially after playing Danny Hines, and I commented how your cross is very similar, and how deadly it is because of the way you release it. And Phil just left the door open, from the room, so now you're hearing all the noise from the house because Phil left the door open. I don't know what the score is here. I guess it's either way, 6-6 either way. Game 1 of set number 4. Oh, and Lewis. Okay, no, I think it's 5-6 now. Good transition from Marcus. Lewis just switched his mallet. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but he went from a high top. He's now playing with a low top. I don't know what the score is. 2-1 maybe? I guess I missed a game there. I don't know who won. Can blame that on Phil. That was a mistake by Marcus, but Lewis did not capitalize by maintaining possession. He just turned it right back over. And Marcus benefits from his own mistake. How about that? Nice cross. Oh, I just closed the door. Ah. Oh, thank you, Phil.
Oh, we did deep this.
Yeah, so it was Danny Hines playing him, watching him, playing him. And the reason why I watched Danny Hines is because, you know, he's an 11-time world champ. Why not, right? Mimic success. You know, that's the basic rule.
So he was shooting that shot. Probably none of us really knew what he was doing back in the beginning of his career, beginning of his reign,
Right.
because we didn't quite analyze it. I think Jose was the first one to really work that off the back of the mallet. Because remember now, I thought of hitting an opposite cut. The normal cuts, strokes through it.
Right.
And it goes that way. So I remember in the 80s thinking, if I could stroke it that way, it could go that way, be a cut.
Right.
So I got up there trying to do it, but I couldn't get any power as I tried to slice it.
Right.
So it took Jose to kind of teach us how to hit off the back of the mallet. We began to kind of notice that. People began trying it, and then Danny perfected it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because you can hit from the back of the mallet and still come with that powerful angle of the elbow by giving it that snap and that pop. Let's see. I guess it's 6-2. I don't know who won the first game, unless this is still the first game. I don't. I'll go ask him. I'll go ask him right now.
I'll go check because I got to get my pizza.
Okay.
Is it between games or taking?
No, it's 6-4 or
Oh, okay.
6-6 right now.
They're right in.
Yeah. Oh. Unforced error from Marcus. It may cost him this game. That's a huge one. Oh, huge.
Who got that?
Huge chase. Well, it's not over yet. 6-6.
Oh, got it.
Marcus, yeah, it's over there with the over, right while over.
It's over?
Yeah, Marcus won that one. I don't know who won game one. One. Lewis won game one. All right, so the count is we're in set 4. Lewis out of Houston, Texas leads 2-1 over Marcus Quintanilla. And set number 4 is tied at 1 game apiece. All right, game number 3 is underway. Right while under, staying on the table. It's one of the few ones. Marcus set up with an off goal cross side to set up that cut. It scored. It's 1-1. Lewis with another right wall under. It's 2-1. Marcus again utilizing those off goals to try to set up that cut that just missed. It's an interesting shot Lewis just shot there. It's a cross, but it's an early cross in a diagonal drift. Super deceptive. If you don't adjust to where your opponent is starting their drift, that shot will go in. Lewis found the right wall under. That could be very dangerous for Marcus, because right wall unders aren't staying on the table. Beautiful left wall over. Nice and slow. Gave Marcus just enough time to see it coming and move right out of the way. Game point 4, I believe. Lewis. Lewis with the charge. Forced the turnover. Lewis with the charge. Causes a loss of point there. Well, a gain of point for Marcus. Lewis tried to set up with some off goals to get that right wall over to go. There was that early release cross. If Marcus wouldn't have adjusted, that would have gone in. Oh no. That's not a shot you want to lose a game to. Lewis, 2-1. do have an upcoming major event on the weekend of the 2nd of November, the Texas State Open here in Houston, Texas. Open to any and all who have an itch to play air hockey. Come on down. Started game 4 in set 4. It looks like Lewis scored, but I don't know what's going on. Marcus with a beautiful left wall over. Lewis with a cut. That left wall under for Marcus really has been effective. Beautiful response from Lewis there. Ooh, a forehand. Good trap. Good response. Marcus coming out guns blazing. Lewis 4-5 Lewis. Five. Marcus connects with the right wall under. Lewis responds with the left wall over. Either way now, it's a huge point. Going 2-2 or going up 3-1 for Lewis. Lewis is working that off goal, trying to get Marcus out of position, setting him up for an on-goal shot here eventually. There it is, right wall under. Lewis goes up 3-1 here in set 4. Great response after Lewis lost the last set, 4-0. I didn't expect him to come out like this. I thought it was going to be, well, it still could be an interesting set. Marcus has to respond now. He's backed into a corner. You definitely don't want to go down 3-1 against anybody. If Marcus loses this game, he certainly will be down 3-1. So he cannot. It's favorable for him to continue winning to force a win here in this set to tie it up at 2-2. All right, we're underway here. Game number 5 and set number 4. Marcus starts off with the cross. I did give Marcus, I didn't give him any advice. I just gave him some body language going out there to get some water. There's a particular style that we practice. Well, we don't really practice. It's just kind of a, I don't know how to explain it. Just a footwork kind of thing where you're bouncing on the balls of your feet. Yeah, Marcus kind of did it a little bit there. It's more of an offensive thing. See if he does it. I don't know. It seems to get you in a rhythm, kind of like a basketball player when he's dribbling the ball. Yeah, there he is. He's kind of rocking on the balls of his feet. It's a good technique to. Honestly, I think it's just a distraction for your brain, because if you're sitting there thinking too hard about my next shot or my next setup, or I want to play a perfect possession, when you rock on the balls of your feet, it kind of puts you in a kind of like you're dancing, like a rhythm, and you're just smoother. I don't know. So let's see if Marcus's dancing techniques, our dancing stance, does anything for him. Seems to be working well so far. Easy there, Tiger. Oh, it's a good shot. Sneaky. Very early, no drift. There's that rockabye stance. The end of that cross. And that's the thing with that stance, is that it sells weight distribution like a bank is going to come, and it's very deceptive. It adds to the deception, I find. It's definitely something worth trying out if you haven't done it. Rocking from the balls of your feet, back and forward, just like Marcus is doing now. One and done. Into a cross. 5-5. Or 4-5 Marcus. Beautiful cross. 6-4 Marcus. 5-6. That left wall over from Lewis. Into a cut. Marcus wins game 6. So game 5. It's now 3-2. Lewis in set number 4. I don't know what happened. I'm sitting here texting. I think that was 1-0 Marcus. That was. It is 2-0 now. Lewis was frozen. 3-0. This if Marcus continues with this pace for this game, it's going to be a quick one. But stranger things have happened. Comebacks from 6-0 are not uncommon. Oh, they're uncommon, but they're not impossible, that's for sure. Lewis with an unforced error leads to a 4-0 lead. Another error from Lewis, 5-0. You can see how these errors just really hurt. And it's looking like we may go 7 here, folks, which we wouldn't want it any other way. Nice cut, Lewis. 5-1. Five two. Six to 2, Marcus. Seven two. Marcus wins game 6. We're going to game 7. This is a huge game because this is either going to make the set count 3-1 Lewis or tied at 2-2. This is a very pivotal game. It's a momentum builder or a momentum crusher because Marcus seems to have some momentum, and if Lewis wins this game, that's going to be pretty devastating for Marcus. So, let's see what happens. Marcus with an off goal to a cut, to a cross, another cross, off goal, cross. Beautiful shot selection. Transition, almost got the puck back. Good defense. They understayed on. That's good. It's one of the few. Oh, Marcus. Undecided. Pulls it back, sets it up. Almost scored on himself. But he's getting multiple attempts, which allows him to dictate the pace of the game, and it allows him to get into a rhythm offensively. See if he's still doing that rocking on his feet. Doesn't look like he is. He looks like he's comfortably wide stance there. The puck hit Marcus's hand. That's why it's being given to him on Lewis's offensive attack there. Marcus is on fire right now. Let's see if he can maintain. He's definitely in a favorable position. Up, I think, 3-0. Lewis can't seem to get anything going. And part of that is because of that possession prior to this point where Marcus had like 6 or 7 shots. And then Lewis hit the puck off the table. I believe it's 4-0 now. Oh, Marcus taking a chance. Bellied up on the table. It's kind of cute when he does that because you see his little feet kicking in the back. He needs to be careful because if he gets overconfident, things like that happen where he came out to charge and Lewis went right around him. It's 5-1. Five two. I kind of rushed that. Oh, Marcus just took a zinger right in the face. That's all right. I've seen him take worse. He's fine. Oh, yeah, he gets mad, too. When he gets hit, he gets mad. Keep it on the table. Beautiful cut. Marcus wins 4-3 in set number 4. We are now tied. 2 games apiece. Oh, I'm definitely not getting home till midnight. That's not good.
sunglasses?
Yeah, my sunglasses. Yeah. I don't know. All right, guys, we're back. Set number 5 is about to begin. We're underway. Marcus Quintanilla starts the set with a mean cross. Lewis with the cut. This is Marcus Quintanilla on the right, hailing from San Antonio, Texas, versus Luis Cervantes of Houston, Texas, for the number 7 rank in the world, which is Marcus's rank, and Lewis has challenged him. And there's an unforced error from Marcus, but he capitalizes on the snag and continues his attack. And again, Lewis transition, Marcus traps it. Oh, these two are just playing way faster than they have been. This is interesting. I think they have now realized this is going to be a battle of wills. It is a best of 3 series now. I mean, this match is not at all anybody's yet. Looks like it's 4 to, I think, 2. Lewis has scored 5 to something. 2 maybe, or 1. I can't see. Yeah, it looks like 5 to 1 Marcus. Looks like Marcus is continuing from the momentum of the previous set. 5 to 2. Marcus with another excellent cut, cross rather. And if you notice that tap drift that he did to diagonal, as soon as he did that, Lewis started moving to defend against the under, and that is what opened up that cross. It was just a slight little tap. It was a little dirty lie that Marcus told. Nice right well over from Lewis. Looks like it's 6 to 4. Marcus taking his time now with an off goal to a power straight. And that is game 1. Set number 5 goes to the SA gun, Marcus Quintanilla. All right, game number 2 underway. Set 5. Oh, that was unfortunate. Marcus just cannot seem to keep it on the table. Good defense from Lewis. Oh, that was an excellently set up right while over. And Lewis doesn't have to set it up. Just right at the point, left while over. In response. Oh, Marcus almost trapped that. Good cut. Looks like it's 3-2 Lewis. Beautiful cut off of the reverse strip. Another over. Lewis is hitting a lot of overs this game. That's kind of one of those things. You know, if the over's beating you, and the over's beating you, such a difficult shot to execute. There's another one. Wow. It was like 5 overs that game. That's incredible. Very good shooting. We're tied at 1 game apiece in set 5. Still nobody's match here. Still up in the air. No rest between games. They're right into game 3. And there's Lewis trying an over, and that is the problem with the over. When you mishit it, like Lewis did, and it went long, Marcus quickly transitioned it, ate it up, and turned it into a point. There's another over. Beautiful setup for that left wall under. It's 2-0 Marcus. Lewis needs to be careful. Needs to take his time, execute his offense. Good chase. Yeah, and I find that the forced error is more devastating, well, potentially can be for your opponent, because now they not only have to worry about unforced errors, but if you're causing errors on their part by being disruptive or coming out and getting a piece of something that changes the trajectory of a puck and it causes them to miss the rebound, now they have to start thinking about you causing disruptive errors that force them into errors. And that's you see, like right there, that's a good example. I think Marcus got a piece of that and changed the angle of the puck that was turning, and Lewis wasn't able to get a hold of it. Nice forehand. Looks like it's 4-3. Oh, charge. Nice. 4-4. Oh, another charge. Marcus is like, charge this. Yeah, Marcus is daring him to charge. Oh, yeah. Timeout call from Marcus. Marcus was not fazed by 3 charges in a row that connected and one that scored. Most players would have been like, okay, I'm going to shoot some banks or some off goals. Marcus was like, cut, cross. That's gutsy. 0.5, Marcus. Let's see if Lewis can capitalize. Go point either way. Marcus transitions him. Oh, that was a nice, interesting release on the cross there. Lewis got a piece of it, almost transitioned it. And Marcus cuts it, and he's getting a little pumped up. I need to talk to him about that. He needs to calm down. That was a good game, good win for him, but can't get too high with the highs or low with the lows, and he needs to remember that. Yeah, you're playing good, man. But yeah, you just had a burst of energy there at the end, which is fine. But yeah, just remember to bring it down. Focus. Stay there. That's right, Q. Can't get too high with the highs or low with the lows. If you want to be an efficient and effective air hockey player, you have to stay level-headed, stoic. You know, just watch Tim Duncan play basketball. Just one game, one possession. And that's the zone you need to stay in to be efficient, is what I find. All right, both players start off hot. Yep. 2-1, Lewis. In this game 4 of set number 5. Oof, squeezed it out. Oh, it's 2-3. That's my mistake. I thought it was 2-1. Oh, that's the kind of stuff that's unfortunate. You hate to win or lose like that, but it is a part of the game. It's 2-4, Marcus. Good response. Marcus responds. And Lewis responds as well. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. 5-6. These two forgot what defense was all about. But that's all right. It's fun to watch. Welcome, Mr. Flanagan, to the arena. Set 5. It's tied 2 sets apiece. Marcus is leading set 5 2-1 and is up in game 4 6-5, I believe. Yes, Q. Best 4 out of 7. You just won a game. Great. Now forget that happened. Did I say that? That sounds like something I might say. Good defense on Marcus, causing a turnover. Oh. Marcus leads 3-1 in set number 5. Yes, inspirational air hockey quotes are fun stuff. You know, especially the ones that get the nips hard or give you the chills, make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Some of them do that. You know, Phil, just listen to that guy talk for 10 seconds and that's it. Hard nips and chills. Same time. All right, game 5, set 5 is underway. We haven't seen Lewis slow it down like this since the first set or two. It's 2 off goals. Oh, and Marcus is having none of it. Marcus said, "Come on and fight me." Oh yeah, Lewis needs to stop that slow stuff. Marcus is eating it up right now. That's 1-0, Marcus. Excellent shot from Lewis. Overs, both of them. Connecting on overs. Nice setup to cross. Cut, rather. Went for the over. He missed it. Marcus transitioned. Marcus's possession. One and done. One and done into a transition score for Marcus. Lewis went for the weak wall over there. Nice and slow. Oh, Marcus pump fake into a strong wall under. Lewis tries another over. Fortunate that Marcus didn't try to chase that. Into a beautiful cross. Got Marcus right out of the way. Oh, Marcus with his patented cut. Thing is dangerous. Lewis tries to respond with a cut. Goes off goal into a right wall under. Oh, Marcus tried the same pump fake. Right wall under. Did not work. Lewis was able to grab it. Oh, he had that lane there. Yep, and he goes cut. Marcus seems to have a good rhythm going with that cut, cross, and then mixing in a few right wall unders. Now he just went weak wall. Good delay cut. Lewis stopped, and that's an unforced error on Lewis. One and done himself, giving Marcus more opportunities. That's 3 extra shots that Lewis gave Marcus, and it cost him the set. 4-1 in set number 5. Marcus now leads this challenge match. Best of 7. 3 sets to 2. And we will be back in about 10 minutes. And if anyone wants to see 2013 Illinois State videos, those are up on YouTube now, slowly making the way through the archives. Me? I have the second most watched vids on YouTube so far from 2019. Are there ads yet? Should I not be getting compensated for my likelihood being viewed and watched? Well, you know what, Q? You have my number, man. You let me know. You know. We'll be back.
That's right, fans. It's Marcus has come back to win 3 sets in a row. Three sets to 2.
All right, guys. Set number 6 is about to begin. We have Luis Cervantes on the right, hailing from Houston, Texas, who challenged number 7 ranked Marcus Quintanilla from San Antonio, Texas. This is their second challenge match in about a year and a half, where Luis came down to San Antonio and beat Marcus in his own garage, on his own table, in his own home. I was there to witness it. So this is a redemption match for Marcus to smear that notch on Luis's belt that he proudly took from Marcus. Set number 6. First to win 4 sets wins the challenge match. Marcus is leading 3 sets to 2, so there's a possible set winning set here. Marcus starts off strong with an off goal to a weak wall under. We're joined by Doug Howard of San Antonio, Texas, practice partner of mine.
Hey.
Luis ties it up 1-1. Marcus continues with a weak wall attack. It's 2-1. Marcus transitions. He's not having none of that slow stuff. He's telling Luis, you better speed up your game or I'm going to take it.
Good defense. Good defense.
Marcus tries that weak wall under again.
And cross.
And it opened up the cross.
Yep. Good setup.
That was an excellent setup. It took 3 unders for him to get out of the way for that cross. And he responds with an under of his own.
Oh, nice.
And Marcus
right wall.
with a
strong wall under.
Yeah. It was a kind of an off speed. It wasn't very fast.
Oh, he's having to slow it down or slow because
Right.
he's having problems with it earlier.
Right.
So he's taking a little off of it.
Oh, that's Luis's puck. Good defense to trap it like that. Oh, hate to see those going. Marcus
Beautiful.
continuing that weak wall attack.
Yep. That's a
And-
good
and-
little
and he's gonna-
cross to left,
Right,
left wall
yeah.
under.
Yeah, and he set that bank up because he gave him that cross before.
Yep.
And he's going to continue that attack until Luis stops. Until he stops it consistently. As you can see, Luis there is continuing that right wall attack.
Nice. Off goal.
5-5. This is a
That's
huge,
fair.
huge possession here
Good defense.
for both players.
Yeah.
To go up 6-5.
Game 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Luis, unforced error is huge, and see if Marcus can take advantage of it here. And he
Yes,
does
he
with
the
the weak wall.
under.
Yeah. I believe that's the 4th weak wall under, maybe the 5th one Marcus has scored
Yeah.
in this game alone.
It's a good adjustment.
So it's pretty apparent. And there's another other under, 6-6.
6-6.
Yeah, it's apparent which attacks these players have chosen deep in this match here. Timeout call.
Timeout call. Let's see how Luis responds coming out of the timeout. Is he one and done? Or is he gonna
Off
set it
goal.
up?
He's going to off goal cross it. Oh, he undered it. Right well under. That was a fast one. Unexpected. Luis Cervantes wins. Game 1, set 6. These Houston boys, they don't want to lose, do they?
We're just gonna have to face it.
Yeah. Marcus has to take it. It's not going to be. It's not easy.
Yep.
The closeout set is always the most difficult.
Yep. You gotta keep your foot on the pedal.
Yeah, I was commenting on
Yeah.
that. I was like, oh, I'm the second most viewed. I'm like, well, my bank account. You know what's going on? I'm not seeing any of those royalties.
Yeah.
All right, game number 2. Marcus Marcus starts off with a cut. Lewis tries to cut. Marcus stops it dead, and I didn't even see if that went cross side or cut side. It was a good shot. It was a straight shot for sure. Marcus gets a piece of that Lewis shot and transitions it, and now has control. He's definitely dictating the pace so far. And there's another right wall under that can't stay on the table. Beautiful cut.
Nice.
I think it's 3-1. 3-2 now.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
Four,
4-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3-4.
Okay, you just gotta get a stop in defense.
3-5. Yeah. Just
Yeah, good stop. Okay. Good stop by Lewis.
oh, he almost had that cross.
Yeah.
Marcus was moving right out of the way.
Yeah, a little bit longer hold on that delay, and he would have got it.
Yeah. Oh, good, smart to stop the puck there instead of try to push it across the line and give Lewis an opportunity.
Good snag.
Beautiful
Nice
cross. Changed up the speed on that one. Oh, that over is. Lewis has a killer over.
Yeah.
Both sides. Oh, Marcus
Right.
wins that one. All right, we're tied at 1 game apiece. Set number 6. Will Luis Cervantes respond to win this set and force a 7th and decisive final set? Or will Marcus close it out here so we can go home and get out of this jungle, humid town?
So who has the first most watched videos?
I don't know. I guess.
I don't know.
He didn't say.
No, they go immediately right back.
Yeah,
into it.
They didn't take a break. They're right back at it. Game 3 here underway. Set 6.
There you
Marcus
with the left wall.
starts off with 1-0.
Good block.
Good defense. Turnover. Marcus's puck there. Beautiful cut. 2-0. No, can't be doing that, man. Unforced error.
Yep.
Turnover. Let's see if Lewis capitalizes. He does. 2-1.
Three one.
3-1. Yeah. Nice cross. Good setup. Good drift. Lewis almost connects on the over there. And then he
Tries to
switches
set
to
up
an
again.
under.
Ooh.
Marcus lost it. Oh, in the transition.
Transition shot. Little
Yeah.
pot shot.
Yep. 4-1. Oh, Lewis off speed.
4-2.
Yep.
Backs away. Off goal.
Went for the cross. And the under. Oh, he almost had him.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice cut.
So Lewis is, Marcus's nickname is T-Rex.
Yeah, the T-Rex, yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus T-Rex Quintanilla.
Yeah.
Got those little arms.
Yeah, they're really short, so he barely touches the line. Good control of the possession time right now by Lewis. One and done on that.
Nice.
And then
Wow,
was
he
able to set
responded.
him up.
5-4, Marcus.
Oh,
5-5. It's a huge point here.
Good possession time.
Yeah, that was a lot of attempts.
Yeah.
It's good.
And back at it.
Oh, it's huge.
Unforced error. Timeout called. 6-5.
Yeah.
Let him stew on that. That's what he's thinking. And plug back in play. Good catch.
7-6. Marcus wins game 3. Yeah, yeah.
I think we're on our way.
Game 4 underway. Good setup to a cross, cut rather. Mm. 1-1. Is that over? Lewis knocked that one in. Weak ball under. I don't know if we can say Marcus is kicking ass. I wouldn't go.
I think he's just minimizing his mistakes more so than anything. Lewis is making a little bit more mistakes than.
Right.
And I think that's ultimately
Yeah,
the
that's
biggest
the
separation.
difference maker. Yeah, is the
Yeah.
mistakes.
Yeah.
And those unlucky rolls like that, they seem
Yeah.
to be all going in Marcus's
Yeah.
favor.
That's true. Off goal. Here's a mistake. Let's see what happens with the capitalization of it.
Lewis into an unforced error. Marcus a one and done transition. Lewis, he regains possession.
Oh, and another
and a mistake.
unforced error. Scores on himself.
Yeah, the mistakes are huge. When you're playing in a top level, it really comes down to 1-2 mistakes that you can look back and say, wow, if I wouldn't have done that turnover or I wouldn't have scored on myself, it would have been a different story.
Yep.
Marcus lucked out on that one. Beautiful weak wall under 6-3. Marcus is definitely in control of this game.
So this is a possible match.
Set, yeah.
Match point, isn't it?
No, he's got to win 4 games. He's only won 2 games this set.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong chart.
Marcus needs to calm down.
Yeah.
3 games to 1. Marcus is 1 game away from beating Luis Cervantes 4 sets to 2. But this is by far the most difficult game to win for Marcus, because now he can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's real easy to start making mistakes and think,
Yeah.
I've got this in the bag.
And you feel like you're a shark with blood in the water,
Mm-hmm.
but in actuality, you still got to play your game.
Yep. Lewis is very dangerous. Definitely not counting him out.
Yeah.
Not until it says 4 to 2 or 4 to 3 on that set side.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if he can do it. Possible match game here. He's underway. Nice
Nice
setup.
cross.
Yeah, it's good cross. Good drift. Almost, man.
Forced error. It's 1-0.
Oh. Let's see the fuck out of it. It's 1-0 Lewis.
Yep.
And there's
With his possession.
possible match game. For those of you who were not here for the start of this challenge match, it's 2-0 now, Lewis. Lewis came out of the gate, guns a-blazing, and well, the first set went 7 and went 6-6, and the second set went, I believe, 6 games, and Lewis won that one too. So Lewis was up 2-0 on Marcus, and Marcus has now won 3 sets in a row.
And working on his 4th and
He's-
final set.
right, and
to
he-
make it 4-2.
He has just brought it to the final game, so possible final game. But it's 3-0 now. Lewis is very much alive. Beautiful cross.
Uh-huh.
The second one. Did he set up just like that? I don't know. Lewis
Good
seems
snag.
to be. Lewis seems to be.
Seeing a little life in him.
On a different level right now. His defense has improved and his offense is mighty crispy. There's Lewis's first mistake.
Oh, thought he capitalized.
Yeah, I thought he did too.
Came right back out. Let's see if he does a left ball here. Nope.
There it is. Finally, 5-1. Jeez. No, 6-1. Lewis is not going down with a fight. Without a
6-2.
fight. 6-2, yep.
That's it.
7-2. Lewis responds,
Uh-huh.
forcing a game 6 in his possible final set. Marcus needs to win one more game, and it's over. Lewis has to win 2 more games to force a 7th set, where the first player to win 4 games in that set will win the match. So we'll see if Lewis is resilient enough to fight off Marcus for 2 more games to force a final 7th set. There's nothing quite like a 7th set. There's nothing that can emulate the feeling that the players get when a 7th set is about to begin and we get to watch it. Game 6 is underway in this 6th set. Lewis starting strong, continuing from last game's momentum. Carrying over, let's find out. Marcus stopped himself from making a mistake. I don't know, it seems like Marcus's offense just isn't. Oh, okay, there, that was pretty good. Looks like Marcus of the previous sets. Uh-oh. 2-1, Marcus. 2-2, Lewis with a forehand transition. Marcus with a cut, 3-2. Oh, Lewis almost had him on that left wall over. And then he goes a right wall over. And then he goes with a cut across that scores. 3-3. Marcus transitions, steals the puck. Oh, Marcus saw it coming, charged it, and scored. 4-3, Marcus. He's 3 points away from winning this set, challenge match, and claiming his redemption from the loss that Lewis gave him a year ago. Oh, Marcus is playing risky, coming out for a charge like that. Oh, he gets a friendly roll. 5-3, Marcus. 5-4, Marcus. Did you notice on the last point that Marcus scored, he tapped his mallet on the side rail because he's getting amped up. And when you're amped up in this game, it's not a good thing. Usually it's not. Sometimes it can benefit you. But I find that it usually doesn't. Because you get ahead of yourself. And we can see here that, oh, it's timeout. Match point for Marcus. Game point for Lewis. Lewis scores this one. He forces a game 7. Marcus wins this one. That's it. Challenge match is over. Puck is in play. Marcus gets a stop. Almost made a mistake. Claims the puck back. Off goal, setting up his shot. Goes with the weak wall over. As you can see, little Tasmanian Devil celebrates. His redemption is complete. Marcus Quintanilla, a practice partner, comes here to Houston, Texas, defends his number 7 rank, and comes back to win after being down 2-0 against Luis Cervantes, beating him 4-2. Thank you all for watching. This has been a blah, 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 whatever Pete usually says. 360 Air Hockey Live. I'm going to eat my pretzels now.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
There's Marcus Quintanilla, everybody.
Everyone
So-
say hi.
Oh my God.
So we were talking about your final game there, your closeout game. You had 2 opportunities, and we were saying about how difficult it is to close somebody out.
Oh man.
Go on and tell us your thought process on that, man.
I just didn't want him to bring it up to 3-3, and I had squandered some chances. And Lewis is totally underrated. He's super smart, very cheeky, hard to close out. That left wall wasn't supposed to be an over, and it just went over. So you know, you just can't. That was the difference. Was the left drift?
Yeah.
I think, because I started going left drift, left wall under cross, and actually shooting my cut from that.
Yeah.
That opened them up.
And open it up because the first 2 sets I was trying to establish my right wall, and I couldn't keep it on the table.
Yeah. And
think you
and it
get
kept on
him?
going overs.
I think I get no. Well, I'm still working through Vince right now, but
Yeah.
he's my practice partner.
You won 16 of the last 22 games.
Who?
You did.
I did.
16. You lost first 2 sets, but then you won 16 out of 22.
It was
games.
a grind. I think the difference was he started getting tired. I felt like he was getting tired,
Yep,
and I
slowed
was
down a
fine.
little.
And I was finally adjusting
To
to his cut,
Yeah.
which ate me up. And that he has a beautiful over,
Oh, yeah.
and that over, it's so cheeky, and we were both hitting overs on each other,
Oh, yeah.
and it was just, you know, the first 2 sets I was so amped and nervous, and you could see I played it, but after every set I started feeling a little bit more comfortable,
Yeah.
which is crazy because you're down 2-0, but I started feeling like I was getting a beat on it, and then I came back and won that 4-0,
Yeah.
and then.
Yeah.
But even, I mean, come on, like, it doesn't
How
get
long you
closer
think
than
you'd
that.
last if you got in a cage with this fella?
We're talking about what he did today.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah, he played some hell of some air hockey, I tell you.
Lewis is so he can focus in, and he was coming back on you.
oh, he was coming back. He had me at 6-6.
Yeah.
He had me at 6-6, and when I grabbed his miss,
Yeah.
I like screamed or something.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
grunted. You gave
You
it a
were
grunt.
like, oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I gotta get him.
Yeah.
I gotta get him, and he was starting to close in on my left walls.
Yeah.
Like he was starting, you know.
He's starting to get a feel for your left wall a little bit. Yeah.
But you know, I know he trained for my cut. I know he trained to stop the cut. But
So how does it feel to win $2 million?
oh, it feels great to win $2 million. Man.
Yeah.
It feels great.
Well, he definitely won $200.
I definitely won $200. I definitely won
You think
$200.
it'll change your life? Think you'll be a new man, a new creature?
You know, let me tell you something. When Lewis challenged me, I knew he was going to challenge me. He actually challenged me before I could take one good poop coming back from Colorado, because everybody knows I don't poop very well when I'm out of town. And as soon as I got back, I hadn't taken one damn shit. And this guy calls and texts me for a challenge. I even texted him. I was like, I haven't taken one damn shit, and you're already challenging me. And you're already challenging me.
Really good, smart playing, man.
I'll give
Really
you a
good.
month off.
Hey,
Oh,
boys.
yeah.
He wants a rematch. He wants a
Oh,
rematch.
yeah. Part 3. Why
Yeah.
not?
I'll tell you what, and this is a tribute to Lewis. When he told me he was going to play me, I was like, I need to practice.
Yeah.
I need to practice.
We didn't take any time off.
We didn't take any time off.
Yeah. So Vince,
And
myself,
I had to
Marcus,
practice, and I looked at our
and Lucky.
tape, our match from last year, and it was just a grind. It was a dogfight, and it was hard for me to watch it
But it was
because
2 different things though.
Hey,
From that to now.
We
Oh,
brought him
Me
some.
playing.
yes. Well, you hit me with like a trillion overs,
Yeah.
and that was scary. And I was hitting you with my overs, but like it was, for me, it's a different table, right?
Yeah.
So trying to find those overs,
Yeah.
Different table for you, different puck for me.
right? And
So that's what the first set that I played, I didn't hit you with overs because I couldn't fucking find it with that.
I don't know.
with the puck.
you might want to go back and look
I
at
got
the
you more
tape.
with unders.
You got me more with cut.
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 First
You
set.
destroyed me with the cut,
No, you're cross
and
cut.
I had to sit on it.
That's why. So the last set, I was like, oh, he's sitting on more. That's fine. Give me the
The
cross. That's why I started going more with the cross.
Yeah.
And then when I saw you shift over to the left, I'm like, get my cut back.
Well, I had to start going to the cut. I had to start going to the cross and left wall, and I started doing that in set 3.
Yeah.
because
The left wall.
Because you were stopping my right wall. I mean my cut under attack.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep my unders on.
Yeah, well, you could
I
hit
couldn't-
her right.
I couldn't keep my well, and every time
everything he was trying to.
every time I shot a right wall, it kept going over.
Over.
You know, I was
He
like,
was- he was-
I'll take it.
He was
but
purposely trying to hit the right wall under.
he goes,
but
he
it
goes,
kept on going
stop
over.
falling in love with the over, and I'm like, I'm not trying to. You know, I'm trying to hit
It's just
the.
I can't find the spot.
I can't
for
find
it.
the under because you were cheating it.
Yeah.
You know, hey, today marks a little bit of history, air hockey history. Today, what just happened there?
What?
This is the second player from San Antonio to be down 2-0 in a challenge match here on this table, in this house, and come back to win
Marcus, I want to reward you with
to
a
win
car.
4 in a row.
Oh, hey, look at that.
You choose the car. What kind of car? Is it? Maserati,
who was
Ferrari?
I was
Jeep.
down.
Brian,
I was down
Give
against
you,
Brian. 2 sets to
Brian
0.
had done 2
Give
sets.
you
He
one
walked
or
off like
two.
You got Texas
Right,
State.
right.
You got Texas
And when he
State.
did
Let's
that,
get through
I
Texas
That's
State.
no,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
but-
never get
I've got a challenge
I
that
know
I
sports
want
well.
to initiate
Just
Because
first.
I already
Takes the edge off.
I've challenged Brian also.
Okay.
Yeah, do you remember?
Well, he was
his-
the one
his
I wanted to
attitude?
challenge
Yeah,
too,
he was-
and I think
I've
you
challenged
too,
him
and then
the
he-
last
then he
month,
comes
so
back.
Oh,
if
you
he
got
challenged him,
pressure,
then
like,
exactly.
I don't
You got
understand what's
priority?
Because
happening.
I
This- you started
don't have
questioning
priority
yourself.
because of the ranking, but since I challenged him before the 16th
You
of
got
the
him
month,
first?
I got him
Okay.
first.
Because
Yeah,
I want
so-
to go through him too.
Yeah.
I
Who-
want to
who
go
we
through him
talking
too.
Brian Acrocco.
I think
I challenged him a little over 3 weeks
You're
ago.
Ben, like, and I was saying it. There was a lot of pressure coming here, and I just wanted to get this match over with finally.
That was real honorable of you even to come to Houston.
Thank you,
to play.
thank you. I just wanted to get this match over with. This was so stressful. It was so stressful just thinking about
Right.
your game
Yeah.
and your off goals, and I mean you're super
We
underrated.
even gave him like slow drills.
You're really
Oh, yeah.
you're
We
ex-
practiced. We played your style.
you're a very smart,
against him too.
cerebral player, and I
Yeah.
knew that's what I was going to go against.
Yeah.
And I was just blessed today to hit the right shots.
Oh,
Yeah.
big time.
And
So-
make the proper adjustments.